Pleasant day to everyone. Today I would like to tell each one of you that we have a report about disaster preparedness. Before that, I will tell about disaster. Disaster as defined by the United Nations is a serious disruption of the functioning of the community or society, which involve widespread human, material, economic, or environmental impacts that exceed the ability of the affected community or society to cope using its own resources. There are two disasters. First is flood. Flooding is an overflowing of water into land that is nowhere dry. Floods can happen during heavy rains, when ocean waves come on shore, when the snow melts quickly, when the dams leaves break. Damaging flooding may happen in only few inches of water, or may cover a house to the rooftop. Floods can occur within minutes on long period, or may last days. Weeks or longer floods are the most common and widespread of all weather-related natural disaster. The second is the earthquake. Earthquake, it is the result of the sudden release of stored energy that in the Earth's crust that creates seismic waves. At the Earth's surface, earthquakes may manifest themselves by shaking or displacement of the ground. Sometimes they cause tsunamis, which may lead to loss of life and destruction of property. An earthquake caused by the tectonic plates getting stuck and putting a strain on the ground. The strain becomes so great that rocks give way by breaking and sliding along both lines of both planes. Earthquake may occur naturally as the result of human activities. Smaller earthquakes can also be caused by volcanic activity, landslide, mine blast, and nuclear experiment. In most genetic sense, the word earthquake is used to describe seismic event, whether it is a natural phenomenon or an event caused by humans that generates seismic waves. Most naturally occurring earthquakes are related to the tectonic nature of the earth, such as earthquakes are called tectonic earthquakes. Disaster preparedness refers to the preventive measures taken to reduce the severity of disaster effects. The goal of disaster preparedness is to lessen the impact of disaster and on vulnerable populations, to ready an organization for an influx of activity, and to design a coordinated plan that reduces the waste of resources, times, efforts. Disaster preparedness has the potential to save the maximum number of lives and property during a disaster. It aims to return the affected population normally as quickly as possible.
Disaster preparedness provides a platform to design effective, realistic, and coordinated planning, reduces duplication of efforts, and increase the overall effectiveness of national societies, household and community members' disaster preparedness and response effort. Disaster preparedness activities embedded with risk reductions measures can prevent disaster situations and also results in saving maximum lives and livelihoods during any disaster situations, enabling the effect of population to get back to normality within a short time of period. Disaster preparedness is a continuous and integrated process resulting from a wide range of risk reduction activities and resources rather than from a distinct sectoral activity by itself. It requires the contribution of many different areas, ranging from training and logistics to healthcare recovery and livelihood to institutional development.
Why do we do a disaster preparedness? Being prepared can reduce fear, anxiety, and losses that accompany disaster communities. Families and individuals should know what to do in the event of a fire and where to seek shelter during a powerful storm. They should be ready to evacuate their homes and take refuge in public shelter and know how to care for their basic medical needs. People also can reduce the impact of disaster, flood profiling, elevating home, or moving a home out of harm's way and securing item that could shake loose in an earthquake and sometimes avoid the danger completely and die. Thank you.
And this is the argumentative in this topic, advantage and disadvantage of disaster preparedness. Advantages: emergency preparedness, developing a safety plan. It guarantees continued survival and it boosts staff morally and have awareness of the emergency. And disadvantage: the probability that any one person will experience disadvantages is influenced by their personal capabilities and family circumstances, the level and type of support they receive, the community in which they live and the opportunities it offers, and there's their own lives. People consider at risk of disadvantages include children and young people, older people, and people with mental health issues, people with alcohol and or other drugs issues, people who rely on public transport, people with disability, care and people requiring care, isolated people, and people experiencing homelessness.